What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Recently I did the Redcat Ascennt 18 on the PB24 chassis intended for SCX24. Well, it's time that I did it for the actual SCX24. So right here behind me, I got everything I need to build this chassis, from the servo to the links to the axle. So I'm excited for it. Now, if you know me, you know I love mini crawlers. After this will be probably number 10. And I started last year in February. Shout out to my boy Sal. Chava Lights, check him out. He got me into it. I got the mini crawler. Then not even a week later, I got a 1/10 scale. And the rest is history. But let's dive into this build. Let me show you what we got. Alrighty, guys. So this is the Resconcepts PB24 chassis. As you can see, it's different from the Ascennt because that was a prototype. The Ascennt one I had did not have all these other mounting holes for your links. So you get that, you get sliders, you get some hardware, you get your skid, your little half cage, you get some more accessories to mount, I'm sure, inside the chassis. You get these little mini sliders, which are pretty awesome. Another little thing probably to mount your electronics. I'm familiar with this. This is what came in the other one. And same with this. This is another mounting little piece. Some more little mounting pieces and some cross braces. So that's everything in there. Looks like you get some hardware, some cool little stickers. So I already know how pretty much to build this. So I'm gonna get started and I'm gonna show you guys a little bit step by step as I go. You know what? Before we do that, guys, there's probably a couple prerequisites I should go through. I'm using the Muse isokinetic isos. This is the first time I've used these, so I'm pretty excited because I've heard good things for the price. I went with the mass design custom links here. I think this was C10 rear, gladiator rear, so this should be nice and long. I took a chance on this Flash Hobby 11 kilogram servo. I've never seen anything on it, but it was like 38 bucks after taxes, and I'll be running on 8.4 volts, so it should be pretty solid. Enjoyed 39mm shocks, oil filled, so you know I'm gonna run the diff oil like I usually do, and just experiment with that. Some drive shafts from Endura, and here's the Komodo that I'll be using in this. I've ordered the Fury Tech mount, but for now I'm going to use this mount that I have, and this should work pretty well. I've cut these ends off because I'm going to use bullets for it because I have a Castle Nano. Let me grab that. And this nice and small compact Castle Nano. It may produce that noise, but it's my rig. So first, actually, you need to do the links. So you guys seen links being built, so I'm gonna get started on that, and we'll go from there. Cool, got the links done. Mass Design has some awesome information on these links. So if you look, there's a couple different link shapes. This one's flat. This one has a little indentation on that side, and these are all straight. So it gives you an indentation, lets you know which links go where. So there's 4 for the skid that go on this side, and this one has the other one with the flat side on it. So just make sure you pay attention to that if you ever get these links. Also didn't assemble the steering link because these Muse axles come with a steering link. So this existing steering link I have, I can finally use on this SCX24 6x6 and get rid of this plastic one. So this will be going on that too. Now when it comes to this, I want my motor facing forward. So I'll have the chassis like that, and boom. Oh wait, this way. Wait, that's forward, yeah. Cool. So first we're gonna take this little slider we have here, slide it through this hole. Okie dokie. So once you work your way through there, you just want to line up with the holes on the chassis. Don't make the same mistake I did. I screwed in these 2 first when I should have put the links in first, then screw these 2 in. Alrighty, got my links all figured out, and so far so good. This is how the motor's going to sit forward. The next step, I'm going to do my shocks, so when I bust out the axles, I'll have something to mount them to, so I'll know how it's going to look, and we'll go from there. So I've gone ahead and mounted up the motor so I can see the clearance I would have with the cage. With this, you want to put the cage with the first existing hole right here by the shock mount location, and you'll see it'll line up with this hole right here on the back part. So you'll mount that just like that, and you'll see you have just enough clearance here. While I have it out, I'm just going to go ahead and put the drive shafts in place right here. Makes it a little bit easier for later. Drive shafts in place and in phase. Okay, so we're back to the cage, guys. And there's two different cages that they came with, apparently. This one's called the mullet. And as you can see, it's a lot shorter compared to the other one. But you would still mount the holes in the same existing spot. There and up there. And I remembered what this was for here. You would take a heat gun or something to fold that, so that way you can attach it to this side and that side, and that way you get your cage. I already had this one, like I said, so this is what I'm using. I'm going ahead and did the shocks. Got a nice and slow reaction from me, so I think I'm gonna like that. 39mm Enjoy shocks. I took out all the internals and used green slime when I did this. So when I break the shocks apart, I literally take every single individual piece, lay it out, clean them off. I green slime the O-rings, put it back together, and I use the softest springs on here because I use 3000 diff oil. And I think it'll be pretty solid. We'll see. I'm gonna definitely be doing some fine tuning. Last couple of steps and we're almost ready to crawl this thing. So bear with me. At least at the end of this video, you'll know how to build a PB24, that's for sure. We have the Muse ISO kinetic axles. Let's get into this thing. Yeah. Look at this is the rear, the straight axles. Next we have the front. And look at the extreme angles on those things. These axles are so dope. So easy. It's only 4 screws on the front here. And look at that. That is packed with grease. Would you check that out? That is a lot of grease in that thing. That's legit. Good job, Muse. I don't even have to. I'm just going to check this one, but so far, the rear is good. And to take the gear out, you take these 2 screws on this side, these 2 screws on that side, axle shafts pull out, swap out the gear, put the other one in there, and you're good to go, and reverse the method to put it back in here. But that's dope to see their grease from the factory. All right, guys, we are back, and we've gone ahead and got everything mounted up. With the links I ordered with the C10 front, Gladiator rear, they didn't really work out. So when you're adjusting your links, you want to put your rear on first, and you want to put your lowers on. And then from there, you can see your pin angle. So at first, you can select your holes. I had tried different holes, and the angle for the rear was slightly down or up. I found the perfect hole, and that was right here. As you can see, I got a nice angle right here on this rear one. So that worked for the Gladiator rear. So for the fronts, the C10 fronts, the rear, the lowers, everything seemed to be fine. But these uppers that I came with from the Mass Designs, you only get a certain amount of link mounted points. So when I had the Mass Designs attached to the mount for the servo, they were way too long. And so when I had the links attached here for the Mass Designs for the uppers, and I tried to make a mounting location here, they were way too long. There were no holes to accommodate. So if I did try to put in one of these holes, this angle for the mount, this angle for the axle was either way forward and it wasn't working. So what I did temporarily was took, I don't know which one these are from, these uppers here. I don't know if that's from a C10 deadbolt, whatever it is. But I had it laying around and it turned out to work for now. And I do have a slightly, a little bit caster that way. But the pin angle is not really affected because the links here, the lower links pretty much match right here with the bottom of the axle or the drive shaft. Although I do have a little bit of caster with this setup here, we're using this little wishbone here till I get the actual links that'll fit. It is a little bit castered that way, which should help it out a little bit. But you would think the pin angle, you can see right here, it's not the best, but with the links being so perfectly lowered and angled here, it's not really scraping nothing or affecting anything. Everything still spins freely. So I'm excited for that. I got the servo mounted up. Got the front axle. This was also packed with grease, so that's cool. I put the underdrive gear in the rear. Got the shocks mounted up with 5K differential oil. Got the motor in there. And the battery's going to go here for now. And I'll see if it's too top heavy once I start to drive it. But the wheels, I'm going to put those, get those mounted up, get them on here. Cool, we've now got it calibrated. And as you can see, that BC that I said 8.3, it's at 8.3. And that servo I got, that Flash Hobby, doesn't seem too bad at all either. There you go. So next thing we're gonna do is take this outside. I'm gonna be calling with my boy Michael later, and we're gonna see how this does in the real world. So I'll get back to you guys when we're out there. What's going on, YouTube? We back for the conclusion of this PB24 video. We out here crawling with my boy Michael. You guys little mini PB24 out here. We're trying to hit some lines here. And we got the king crawler right here. So let's show how this performance does on this chassis. I'm excited for it. There we go. There we go.
We're good.
Shabam! Ha! You got rear stairs, so you can easily maneuver this. Be able to take that right there. Use that little V notch as a way to get up there. Yep. 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 Yeah. There it is, boy. These are easy lines, though. These tires should be fighting traction. We go this way. This was much more practical. Yeah, that was way more practical. Then that would be hella wide. I don't want to be super wide. I like the way it gets down right now. There she goes. Yeah. Alright. Get it over here.
I tried to do it.
There you go. Yeah, that's a lot more practical. Oh, you gonna go that way? Hell yeah.
Got it.
Now you see, these tires are just, I blame these tires straight up.
I'd blame the tires. I can see that, but you can hear them scrubbing. Yeah, they just can't hold.
Alright, I got it this time. There we go. That'll work. There you go. All right, guys, we're back, and we've had our fair share of fun with this PB24 from SCX24. All right, guys, we're back, and we've had our fair share of fun with this PB24 from Resconcepts on the SCX24 chassis, and I must say, they hit the nail out of the park with this thing. The only thing I didn't like is these tires. These tires do not do a good job at what I needed them to do for this car. These are not even Endura all-terrains. These are some off-brand I found. And I thought they were going to be like the Endura Soft. No, they're nice and hard. Not even nice and hard. They're terrible and hard. So once I make some changes and get these out and get some better tires on this thing, I think this thing's going to be a beast. A few adjustments I may need to make, like the geometry for the suspension, but overall, I'm very pleased with this. Thank you guys at Resconcepts. You guys did a beautiful job on this. And if you're not already subscribed, be sure to do that and shoot me a like and a comment. Let me know what you think about this. And as always, thank you for tuning in.